Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to my channel. It's your boy, Luis Portelles, once again with another live stream. I think that, quite frankly, I'm enjoying this live stream thing. The fact that I don't have to edit so much. So maybe for the past few days, I have been kind of abusing it a little bit. But you know what? Guilty as charged. I'm taking ownership for that. So, for those of you who actually follow me on my Instagram page, yesterday I did a poll. I told you guys that I was gonna go live for the very last time to talk about Miss Grand International. That is correct. This is officially the last video that I'm gonna be doing about Miss Grand International this year. And the reason why I wanted to jump on a live stream and do this with you guys is because you know, after the final show, the coronation night, you know how sometimes I like to do like a full performance review and like a reaction and give you some of my comments and opinion about their entire journey during the pageant. Well, I've been getting a lot of different messages for a lot of different countries, not just the powerhouses, but also some of the countries that a lot of the fans trusted their candidate. They thought that they deserved more during the competition, but unfortunately, some of them did get to advance further in the competition. Some of them not so much, and that's what we're going to be doing today. I have prepared 6 videos that I'm going to be watching and reviewing with you guys on the live stream. So the beauty of doing this live is that you guys get to participate. So if you have things that you want to add or you want to say, you have the live chat right there so that you can express yourself, baby. Of course, I also wanted to make this kind of an interactive experience. So what we're going to be doing is that if you want me to react to a certain candidate and you have the full performance video, you can send it to me in the live chat and I will review it. So that's it. I'm going to be doing this probably for like about, I will say like 45 minutes, an hour. And then after that, we're gonna wrap it up and we're going to move on from MGI until next year. Later on today, I have my first video about Miss Earth that is gonna be coming out, and after that, I'm gonna be working on some Miss International videos and of course more Miss Universe content. So stay tuned for that. But before we get into all of those things, I just want to say hi real quick to everyone that has joined us, who is sending me messages in the live chat as well. Um, Scott and Caroline, you don't want to talk some more about their controversies? Just kidding. Hi, Scott and Caroline. Thank you so much for joining. And honestly, I'm fed up with the controversy, so I'm ready to move on. We have Leo Nilo in the chat as well. Jang, Terry Ann, hello. Hi, Tokachi. Thank you for joining. Melvin, Jovi, Jaisel, Mina. Thank you, everyone, for joining. It's always a lot of fun when you guys get to participate during the live streams. So, I'm going to start by bringing the first video on, and I'm going to make myself small on the screen, and then we can take it from there. So I thought that in order to start, it would be a good thing to do that with the winner of the entire pageant. So we're gonna start by reviewing Miss Grand Brazil's, or actually Miss Grand 2022, her full performance. So here we go. Maybe this format is better. One of the things that I always loved so much about this woman is just how graceful she was on stage. Like, she had that little gift of being, so effortless and have so much energy that was so contagious for the audience. So that was definitely one of the things that I loved about her. Look at her. The face, the hair, everything was giving. And she looked so beautiful with with the introduction gowns that they have during the introductions. Okay, so this was for the like sportswear slash supposed to be like swimsuit presentation. She looked incredible with this hot pink color and the corset that they prepare for her. I mean, for all of the candidates who made the top 20. Very, very good. Okay, there we go with Brazil again. I will say that so up until this point, there were no surprises for me. I was expecting her easily to crack the top five. If you watch my prediction video, you know that she wasn't there, so no surprises for me so far.
Selamat malam, Indonesia. In one of the most expensive conflicts in history, one child was killed or maimed every 5 hours for 20 years. When a child is killed, part of our future is erased. We should start acting to even our difference through diplomacy and understanding rather than a war field. Because war fields only bring more segregation to humanity. Once you remember, we are more alike in our humanity than different in our nationality. May the power of love always overcome the love for power. Ruan Mu, Ruan Jai, Sam Hung Tan Chi Di, Hai Lo, Kong Rao, Gang Ka.
Very nice. I loved her speech, and I think that she had, that little expression that she had made the power of love um, never overcome the love of power or the other way around. Anyways, that was so impactful. I think that based on the performance during the statements, I don't think that she was the strongest. Like she didn't have like the best statement in my opinion. However, when you combine her statement, which was still very solid, with the full performance, with everything else that she did during the coronation night, during the final show, I think that this is what took her to the final line. I don't know if you guys agree. I see here. So my friend Scott and Caroline saying she nailed all challenges. She deserved the crown without doubt. I agree. I was actually very happy when she won because I thought that she truly deserved it. So let's keep watching. Okay, this is the evening gown. How do you guys feel about this gown? How do you feel about it? It's a little see-through, but it's not your conventional pageant gown. I love the sleeves and that we get some shoulders. Very nice. Okay. It's so funny, like Miss Grand International was actually shading Miss Universe during the final show. However, their winner, her final gown was a tribute to the first winner from Brazil at Miss Universe. So it's kind of like Inception. But anyways, just saying.
I will read the question out twice. You will each have 60 seconds to answer the final question. The question is, currently there is a war between Russia and Ukraine. The president of Russia has ordered an invasion of Ukraine, killing its people, destroying its architecture, and creating uncertainty for the future.
Hmm.
If you had an opportunity to send a message to President Vladimir Putin, what would you say in 60 seconds?
Child, 60
First to
seconds. Come
answer,
on.
Miss Grand Brazil.
I will tell President Putin that he shared history for Ukraine for long and long years. And also, they share the most important thing, the same fate as human. War just brings pain. We need to start thinking, what can you do, even if it's small action, to work towards diplomacy and understanding. Because together, conflicts and pain can rise. But we cannot rise above violence and brutality. Thank you so much.
Okay. Very queenly answer. And now we have the final coronation
Now,
moment. Who is it gonna
we
be?
have but two ladies on this stage remaining.
Who's the
One
winner?
of these ladies will be the new Miss Grand International 2022 10th anniversary.
Cha.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Grand International 2022 10th anniversary is
Luis
Miss
Portelles is the winner.
Grand Brazil!
Okay, there we go. Cha. That was such an emotional moment. You know, just to kind of address like some of the comments here on the side of the screen on the live chat. Okay, so we have Mikoi saying most of the pageant content creators predicted Brazil to win. She is clearly the girl to beat that night, and we are not shocked. She won. The problem with MGI is the top 10 placement. You know, actually, I do agree with you, Mikoi. And I think I even said this when I had my final leaderboard for the show. I think I put her, if I don't remember, like if I recall properly, she was number 3 on my list during my final prediction. And one of the reasons for that is because during the interview, like the closed door interview, now what said something about the situation in Brazil, like the economic situation of the country not being the best. So he said it in a way as if it couldn't, like his country couldn't benefit MGI. So I thought, although she has everything, the full package, the beauty, the performance, the wow factor, the communication skills, if he's not getting, what he wants from the money side of things, I didn't think that he was going to give it to her. But at the end of the day, during the final coronation night, she performed like completely. She gave everything, and of course, I believe that she deserved that spot. So there's no denying that she was deserving of that crown. I do think that there was a need to rework a little bit on the top 10, but Miss Brazil was definitely deserving of her title. So there you go. That was for Miss Brazil. As I said, we are going to be talking about some of the other girls as well. If you have any specific countries that you want me to review that are not on my list, please go ahead and send me the link on the live chat and I will, check it out. We're going to be doing this for probably like 45 minutes, like 50 minutes before we end the live stream. But I promised one of you. Okay, Kazim. Kazim here is looking for Miss Nigeria. So I'm gonna bring the full performance of Miss Nigeria. Honestly, I couldn't find a full performance of just the finals night. This is kind of a compilation of like some of her best moments during the competition, but that's fine because it gives us a little bit more content to talk about. So this is Miss Nigeria at MGI 2022. Here we go. Whoa. Okay, so this was during the swimsuit presentation that they had near the beach. And just look at her body, her grace, definitely very, very confident, knows her angles. Hmm, incredible.
Miss Grand Nigeria.
Yes, I think that for Nigeria, her national costume was one of my
Butterfly's
favorites,
costume is
most
inspired by
definitely.
the strength that
Um,
Africans see and feel spiritually in the Nigerian goddess, which are the two strongest goddesses of fertility, virility, and morality, both
hmm,
from the southwestern and southeastern part of Nigeria. The costume is a combo of an ensemble of different colors of leather, feathers, mesmerizing beads, detailed mermaid-inspired and arranged feathers on the headgear, wristbands, ankle band, thigh band, hand embellishment with cowries, feathers, beads, and accessorized short asymmetrical front and flowing trail leather back skirt. Miss Grand Nigeria.
Nigeria. One of the things that I really loved about Miss Nigeria this edition was that I feel like she always gave her 200% for every single one of the competitions. When I think of the swimsuit presentation that we just saw earlier, she was so into it. Like her aura was so, so fierce. And now, when you put that in contrast with the national costume presentation, you can see how committed she is to like the character. She is really, really into it. Of course, the national costume itself is very, very, up there, very extravagant, colorful, flamboyant, and it has a deep meaning. But if the girl doesn't carry the national costume how she is supposed to, it takes away from the performance. So what I like the most about her is that she was always 110% into whatever competition she was doing. She was always like at the top of her game. So
Miss Grand Nigeria.
okay, there we go with the sportswear. Look at her. Oh my god. Do you guys think that there is a chance that she will be part of the top 10 now that Miss Mauritius is out? Do you think that they should give it to her? Or which candidate will you include within the top 10 if it was in Nigeria? I'm curious. Let me know in the chat. Look at that. The evening gown, that was a moment. You know how evening gown is supposed to be like so smooth and like so elegant? She found a way to make it sexy. She found a way to make it sexy and still give us show while remaining elegant. And that's a talent. Impeccable. I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't. I just wouldn't.
Miss Grand Nigeria!
The introductions were so, so good. I really enjoyed the opening ceremony of like the opening moment of the show. Incredible. Come on, girl. Come claim your spot.
Miss Grand Nigeria.
Mm, the sportswear competition. Mm. Okay, so I think I'm gonna use the sportswear competition to kind of segue to just transition into the comments that I want to give about her overall. I think that truly Nigeria was one of the most refreshing candidates that we got this year when it comes to Miss Grand International, because when you look at her full performance and the video that we just watched, it's not just finals. This is like from early competitions such as the swimsuit. She was always so consistent. I think that's the best word to describe her, like just the consistency that she brought to the competition. I thought that she definitely deserved a spot within the top 10. And as I said, I'm still hopeful that now that Miss Mauritius is out of the top 10, perhaps that position might go to Miss Nigeria if she wants it at this point. Because honestly, I don't know if I will take it if I was someone else. But, anyways, um, what I'm saying here is that I think that, when you look at the top 10 of Miss Grand International this year, I felt like there was a lack of representation, especially when it comes to Africa as a continent. Yes, of course, Mauritius is part of Africa, but Mauritius got into the top 10 because of the fan votes. So that means that no one really chose her because of um because of her skills or anything like that. It was really just because the fans were voting for her. um so I think that's something that perhaps should be reevaluated for future editions of Miss Grand International, because it's kind of alarming that some of the black girls are really really excelling, and the recognition is not coming from the organization. Um, and simultaneously, for example, I think that when I go back to the sportswear competition, everyone had the same costume that they were wearing, but at the same time you could see that, for example, for Nigeria, the nude the nude fabric that came with the sportswear um, didn't match her skin color. The other girls didn't have that problem. So I believe that this will be something that the sponsors of the competition and the organization as well should have in mind. They should think of these things, because it's part of being inclusive and it's part of giving everyone a fair chance. Of course, if it's supposed to be a nude illusion, how are you going to give it to some girls that is going to fit their skin color, and then you're going to give to other girls something that doesn't fit their skin color? Already there you are creating a disadvantage for them. So I believe that everyone should look their best during a coronation night. So those will be my comments for the organization and the sponsors. But when it comes to her, as I said, she killed this from beginning to end, and I'm still hopeful that maybe she will get into that top five, top 10, I mean, somehow. So, okay, I'm just gonna go through the comments real quick. Hi, Salvatore. Um, okay, so we have some people commenting. V says terrible makeup, Nigeria. Honestly, I didn't have a problem with her makeup. I had a problem with Miss Haiti's makeup. Miss Haiti's makeup, I was always like, girl. But Nigeria looked good. I don't have a problem with that. Um, Alexia, oh my God, my friend Alexia is in the house. Love you, my friend. Thank you for joining. And she says, thank you for mentioning African representation. Of course, we love our African queens. Um, okay, so all right, everyone. I see some of you asking for other countries as well. So just that you are aware who I'm going to be covering today, I'll just tell you the list of countries that I have. So we just did Brazil and Nigeria. We're going to be talking about Philippines, Puerto Rico, Thailand, and Vietnam. So if you want other countries and we still have time, then at that point, um, we can do it. But now let's get into Puerto Rico, because I am dying to talk about Oksana. All right, Salvatore wants to be on the screen, so there you go, mijo. Bring me to the screen, mijo. There you are, papi. Okay, now y'all, this is Oksana, Miss Puerto Rico. Are you ready? There we go. Okay, for those of you asking me for countries that are not on my list, can you look for a link to their full performance and send it to me? If you have the link, I will react to it, okay? But I just didn't find some of the girls. I was looking for Dominican Republic. I didn't find a full performance, but if you have it, send it to me and we'll do it. Now, enough of me talking. Let's get into um, Puerto Rico. Everything about Oksana. I mean, the look, It's like all of the outfits were just custom made for her, even though it was the same for everyone. Her hair contrasted with the skirt, her eyes contrasted with the top part of the dress. So, uh, how come she
Next up,
didn't crack the
congratulations,
top five? She
Miss
deserved that.
Grand Puerto Rico!
There she goes. Look at the walls, the hair, everything was on point. What went wrong? I don't understand. I'm still in denial.
Miss Grand Puerto Rico.
Ooh, ooh. When it comes to Oksana, I always thought that she had that X factor that usually would be looking for when it comes to Miss Grand International girls. For me, truly, a Miss Grand International is not necessarily just a woman who can like speak or communicate. It has a lot to do with the look as well. It has a lot to do with like the attitude. And Miss Grand International needs to be kind of like almost like a show business woman. That's the vibe that I get from this girl, from these girls. I mean, and I thought that Oksana truly, truly embodied all of those things. So when they announced that she didn't make the top five, I was really questioning. I had questions for y'all. But you know what? It is what it is. She's still in Thailand working with them. She's within the top 10. So
The top 10 finalist is Miss Grand Puerto Rico!
Miss Grand Puerto Rico.
here we go with the statement. Come on, statement.
Salamat Malam, Indonesia. I was born and lived the first 13 years of my life in Russia, 10 of those in an orphanage, a decision made by the state, seeing that we lived in poverty and inequality. I was adopted and loved by Puerto Rico, where I have learned the meaning of unconditional love. I know injustice and apathy very well, but I have also learned how to achieve something transformative through them. Today, Indonesia and the world have forged me to be a bridge that leads us to a path of hope and peace. To be a voice that advocates for unity and equality so that we can shake our hands in solidarity. And now, I would like to take this moment to talk directly to the President of Russia. Владимир Путин, я надеюсь, что мы сможем стать строителями мостов, а не стен. Let's stop the war and violence. Terima kasih.
Ciao. Can we talk about this for a moment? I mean, take into consideration everything that I just told you about the girls earlier, about the looks and the aura and how she behaves and handles herself. Oksana is also just like an incredible communicator. Like this woman can truly, truly speak and has a lot of impact when she does so. Also, I mean, I really don't understand how the organization missed on the opportunity of having a queen who, first of all, is representing Puerto Rico. So automatically, she would have extended the market for Miss Grand International with the Latinos, which we know it's something that Nawat was trying to do with this year. So he wants to expand in Latin America to have more influence for his pageant, but simultaneously having a queen who was born in Russia. So whether you like it or not, Oksana is also Russian, and having a queen in times of war, a queen from Russia talking against the war that Russia is initiating themselves. I mean, what else do you want? It was like the best of both worlds. And they had the opportunity and they missed on that opportunity. You know, once again, it just does not make sense to me that she did not crack at least the top five because why? You had one job. You had one job. I mean, I agree with this comment here. Salvatore is saying a lot of the serving candidates were cut because of politics and business. This is the result when only one man makes the rules and outcome. Mm, mm. I mean, I didn't say that. I didn't say, because then people say that I'm the one with the poison for MGI. I don't, you know, I don't make up these things. I don't make up these things. Y'all be coming up with the comments in the comment section. I'm just sharing. Um, Okay. I see here another comment from Satya saying, "I think it's because they not only score in the final performance, but since the beginning, and also so many people say Roxana not really performing prelim. To be honest, I liked her preliminary competition performance, so um, I'm not mad about it, honestly. So, and I think that her performance during finals was really consistent. Even like she didn't get the opportunity to move on to the top five. However, she was able to answer the final question regardless during her statement. So it was just like, oh, girl. Anyways, we're going to move on. We're going to watch the next video. This one is from Miss Thailand. Okay, so Miss Thailand actually cracked the top two. She was the first runner up. So let's see how she did and what comes to mind after looking back on her performance. Mm-mm. Okay, let's cut this. Okay. There we go. National costume, one of the best for sure. In terms of like the performance of it, the national costume itself, very creative, love it, of course. But what truly sold it is the performance. This girl had so much energy. I don't know how she was carrying that big as, head that she had because, child, that must have been heavy. But she was so committed to it. Mm, amazing. There we go. Sportswear. Extremely fierce. Confidence. Look at the hair. Look at the hips. What I like about her is that she brings so much flavor, so much spice. That's what you need at MGI. You need to spice it up. It needs to be exciting. It cannot just be like a technically okay performance. You need to bring the fire. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, the gown speaks for itself. It's, hey. But this is not the final. This is the preliminary. Oh, I think that this video that they had was the preliminary competition full performance. Anyways. Yeah, definitely. This was not the finals. This was the preliminary, but you know what? Okay. Anyways, I feel like for Miss Thailand, from beginning to end, it was like incredible. Like there was not really a moment that I felt like she let us down, like it was a disappointment. For me, honestly, I remember someone sent me a message after the coronation night and they were telling me, they had to allow Thailand to advance up until the top, first runner up at least because she had so much of a fan base, so much support. But truthfully, I feel like although yes, there was a lot of hype around her and she had a huge fandom, she also delivered pretty much during all of the competitions. There was always that wow factor that you couldn't take away from her. In my opinion, like maybe one of the reasons why she didn't win the title was that during the statement segment, I truly couldn't get the core of the message that she was saying. I would understand certain words here and there, and then it was kind of like, what? I was not sure what she was mentioning. But after that, when she did the Q&A, I did that. I did like understand everything. So I don't think it was like a major communication problem. Maybe like just during the statement that she was nervous or something was off. I don't know, but the statement was shaky. The Q&A was okay. So yeah, I think that she did an incredible job, and of course, I don't think that she disappointed anyone. You know, she did go up and become the first runner up, so she lived up to everyone's expectations. And also, a lot of people were predicting her actually to be the winner of the night. So you know, when people come and say, "Oh, they just allowed her to move on to the top five and first runner up because of her following," no, I think that she truly, truly deserved it. Um, Okay, so Satri is saying, but her speech and top five Q&A seems like she already gave up or she knew she will not win. Honestly, I don't think she gave up. We have to acknowledge, guys, that English is not everyone's first language. English is an international language, so we all use it in like international events such as pageants. However, it is complex for some people. I mean, for example, I started learning English when I was like a kid. And even up until today, I live in a bilingual country now, and I still make mistakes, and I still have an accent, and I still, you know, do like tiny like things that I shouldn't even be like mistakes that I shouldn't even be having at this point, but it's just very, very difficult. So, anyways, I think that she did the best that she could with what she had at that point, and of course, with all of the pressure that she was dealing with as well. So, anyways, that was Thailand. We loved it. Now I think that we can get into perhaps Philippines, and then we can watch Vietnam if you guys are down. So let's talk about Roberta Tamondong, Miss Grand Philippines. Okay, there we go. Whoa, 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 the volume. Miss Grand Philippines. Look at that girl. She's a diva. Uh-uh. She's an icon. She's a legend. She is the moment. Now, come on now. You know, when I think of Roberta and her full performance, for me, something that always, always surprises me is that I tell myself she was 19 years old when she joined the competition and she turned 20 while she was in the competition. It's just mind blowing that she handled the pressure so well. I actually watched a little interview that she had with Crown Sisters, with our friends from Crown Sisters, right before the finals, and she was crying. And that's when you realize, you know, how much pressure there is on these candidates' shoulders. They really try their best, um, knowing that they will be loved by so many, but also bashed by sometimes just as many. So, how do you guys feel about Roberta's performance? Let me know in the chat. I will be reading you and sharing some of your comments right after her video. They've got it. If you found it, better be what you want. If you feel it, it must be real. Just say the word and. Sorry, I'm not playing the song because of copyright. So come on, Philippines, come claim your place. I feel like at least cracking the top 20 was a huge thing for Roberta. Like already making it into the top 10 was kind of a, you know, I can finally breathe. Come on. Come on, sportswear. Look at that. Wow. The hair, the attitude, the confidence, just how fierce she is, how she connects with the camera. Honestly, I wish I had all of that confidence when I was 20 years old. When I was 20, I could barely get out of my room because I was always like so nervous about dealing with the world. But anyways, that was the full performance of Roberta Tamondong, Miss Grand Philippines. I am beyond happy with what she did and how she presented herself. I know that lots of people wish that she would have like gone further in the competition. But you know, as we said, as we had the conversation many times ahead of finals, this is MGI, and we know how the dynamic is with the Philippines. I think that Roberta gave her best, and watching her performance, I wouldn't change any of it. And I think that's the most important thing. If Filipinos are proud of it, if Filipinos are happy with it, then the world should be happy with it as well. So that's all I can say. Um, let me read some of your comments. So Pleng is saying her performance is incredible and I really love her character. Yes, I truly agree. I think that she's just incredible. And once again, this is just the beginning. She's 20 years old. She still have time to go for other pageants, other titles, and hopefully the universe will be the objective. um Here, our friend Patricia is saying, Roberta, the camera loves her so much. I love her stage presence. Agreed. I think that she did an incredible job. And once again, all of that at 20 years old, props to her. She did an incredible job, Louis. I agree, my friend. Scott and Caroline. Um, Yes. So, okay. So, just based on my feedback and also you guys' opinion, it feels like everyone is pretty much happy with Roberta. Do you think that if given the chance to join the top 10, now that Mauritius, you know, is not longer within the top 10, do you think that Roberta should take it? After everything that happened, the controversies and the things that have been said and done after the final nights, do you think that Roberta should accept the offer if she was given the possibility to join the top 10? Let me know. While you're at it, if you're still here up until this point, please don't forget to hit the like button. Everyone, we are at 26 likes. We are 97 people watching. Can we get this to 50 likes? I don't know. Am I asking for too much? Am I delusional? Anyways, we're going to get into the performance of Miss Vietnam, which officially is the last one that I have on my list. And right after that, I think that we're gonna wrap up the entire MGI for this year. Thanks God. Okay. Mm, okay. Here we go. This is Miss Vietnam full performance.
Miss Grand Vietnam!
I mean, Miss Grand Vietnam is so beautiful. We're gonna talk about some of the comments that were made afterwards, of course, but let me just appreciate the beauty for a moment. Long back? Where? Where is the long back? Because all I see is beauty. Hmm. I honestly think that Miss Grand Vietnam was giving her best. Um, and let's not forget that Miss Grand Vietnam was actually one of the very last candidates who was crowned. Therefore, she had very little time to prepare, to come up with the wardrobe, to come up with everything for the pageant. And she also had the huge task of aim for a back-to-back win, because the previous reigning queen was from Vietnam already. So to say that there was a lot of pressure on her shoulders is truly an understatement. Look at that. The gown, so creative, so unusual. I love it. I love it. Mm. We must stand. Oh yes. Oh yes, we must stand. Look at the face. How can you call her ugly? How can you? Can we talk? Can we talk for a moment? I'm sorry. If you call this woman ugly, you tasteless. You taste less. That's what you are. Ain't no ugly here. Tasteless. Mm-hmm. Do you guys think, let me know in the live chat, that Vietnam deserved a spot within the top 10? Let me know. I'm curious. I'm also surprised of how everything was handled after the final show because, especially since Vietnam is the host country for next year, so I would have imagined that I wanted to keep like good relationships with Vietnam, even though let's say like he doesn't put her within the top 10. All right, but going out of his way to say negative things about her is a little low, if you ask me. Actually, not a little, very low. Oh my god, I love planting the seed of drama, everyone. Look at the girls. All of the girls look beautiful. Can we all take a moment to appreciate? Can we appreciate the beauty, the grace for a moment? Hmm. Girl, this is supposed to be Miss Vietnam's full performance. Why are they showing me everybody else? Where's Miss Vietnam? Girl. Uh-uh. Thanks God I'm sitting down. Otherwise I'd be dead already. Waiting for, oh, there she is. Miss Vietnam. Come on, baby. We're waiting for you. Okay, let me just see if there's something else up to the. Okay, there's nothing else. All right, so that's it for Miss Vietnam's full performance. I'm going to say something about this, okay, and about the entire thing that came after that with Nawat's comment and all of that. Of course, I think that any comments talking about, body shaming, bullying, cyberbullying, anything of the sorts, is already unacceptable and is something that should be condemned, of course, by all means, should have consequences. And we are already seeing the consequences of those words manifesting with some of the sponsors of the upcoming edition of Miss Grand International. But I think that for me personally, the most, that the thing that really breaks my heart, okay, is that Miss Grand Vietnam went into this competition with her advocacy being, she wanted to talk about body shaming and how she was shamed because of her body before joining this competition. And she wanted to use this competition as a platform to express her advocacy and create awareness about this topic. Can you imagine going through body shaming, wanting to join a pageant to talk about, um, to promote, to stop body shaming people and to create awareness around it, and then you go to the pageant and you are body shamed by the owner of the pageant? Girl, I can't. I can't. I just can't. Okay. Um, some people, okay, I'm just gonna read some of the comments here. Ooh, we have my friend. Hello, Luis. Hello, Luis Lopez. Corazon. The future Mr. Supernational USA is in the house, y'all. So please give it up for him. Okay, so someone is saying Miss Vietnam too much, darling. This is Miss Grand International. There is not such a thing as too much. There isn't. I'm sorry. She did what she had to do, and she was beautiful while doing it. Um. Okay. Some of you saying, good. Okay. Salvatore is saying, I think she has too few time for preparing herself with the competition. But she did, yeah, that's exactly what I mentioned earlier. I think that she had such little time. I think that she was crowned in Vietnam like a few days before the beginning of MGI. So you can only imagine, like, she didn't have time to prepare like everyone else, and still she managed to deliver a very, very solid performance. So, um, okay, Jersey is saying just real Miss Nigeria should be on the top five at least, and that's on period. I agree with you, and I think that if she was offered the possibility to join the top 10, now that Miss Mauritius is no longer in the top 10, she should take it, because first of all, she deserves that spot, and second of all, I want at least a girl from Africa in the top 10. I want the girl, okay, and she deserved it. So period, 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 Do you get it? um. Okay, so we have my friend here, XA3 Agam Anand, saying, "Hey Louis, during the Natcos, I asked you that you will start a Discord server for Miss Universe 2022. Any plans further? By the way, I am Indian. Please give me a review what Prashit could have done better." Okay, those are like a few questions within one, but I will address them. As I said, I think I remember you during that comment. I said that honestly, I'm not super familiar with Discord, but I'm open to it. I mean, I'm always down to interact with you guys, but I just truly don't have never used Discord. But I'm gonna do like a little, YouTube tutorials type of thing, and I'll come up with something. And when it comes to Miss India, honestly, if you watch my videos, for the videos that I did review, I thought that India was beautiful. India was giving me, excellent vibes for any pageant, but she was lacking a little bit of the energy, of the excitement that you need for Miss Grand. Remember that Miss Grand is not just about the advocacy or the communication skills, or you need to have like an entertainment factor in order to succeed at MGI. And for me, that was what was lacking on her performance, but everything else was really, really good. We know that Indian girls are so consistent. So honestly, I mean, she was amazing. Okay, we have Asif Yasin saying, "Hi Louis, continue with all this great content. Huge fan of your page and will continue to support you." Thank you so much, Yasin, and not just to you, but also to everyone else. I mean, the fact that you guys join and stay with me until the end of the live stream, what else could I ask for? I am blessed. I'm way too blessed to be stressed. Thank you. Thank you, Asif. I really, really appreciate you. Um, okay, Luis is saying, "I also believe that if Puerto Rico was in the top five as she deserved, the facts, the story would have been different." I also believe so. I also believe so. As I was saying earlier, I think that, I'm not mad with Brazil being the winner. Brazil is so deserving and she performed incredibly. But Oksana was a threat in terms of performance, in terms of looks, in terms of communication skills, in terms of her message. Because as I said earlier, Oksana being from Puerto Rico and Russia, she was simultaneously connecting two different markets for Miss Grand International. And the fact that right now one of the biggest conflicts in the world has been initiated by Russia, and having a Russian queen talking against that, the impact. My God. Um, so, anyways, you guys, I don't want to make this overly long. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so my friend Scott and Caroline, my friends are saying road to 200K. Woohoo! You guys, if you are not subscribed just yet, hit the subscribe button. We are almost at 200,000 subscribers. It's been so many sleepless nights, but we are almost there. And of course, just don't forget to hit the like button. That's how you help me get this video recommended to more people. By liking the video, you're telling YouTube that the video was fun, that you enjoyed it, so they should show it to more people. And if you want to share it on social media, if you want to leave a comment, all of those things always help. But, anyways, regardless of whatever, I enjoyed this moment with you guys. I had so much fun. Thank you for joining me, for doing this with me. It is official a wrap on Miss Grand International 2022, and that's good. I'm ready to move on to other things. Later today, my first video for Miss Earth is coming out. So I hope that you guys enjoy it. Show it some love and go and support the girls from Miss Girl, from Miss Earth. They're doing a great job. Okay, everyone. So thank you. Love you all. Stay safe, and I will see you soon. Bye.